While we study about wastewater treatment technology, we often come across a word called sludge. In general, we know that sludge produced during wastewater treatment. So, does this sludge require any further treatment before disposed into environment? Well, answer is yes. It may surprise you, but it's true. Are you curious to know why we need to treat sludge which already produced at the end of the treatment process? If so, this lecture will answer your question, and also how can we produce energy out of this waste sludge. Welcome to Environmental Engineering 2 Unit number 5 lecture on Introduction to Sludge Treatment and Biogas Recovery. My name is Mohamed Usman. I am Assistant Professor in Department of Civil Engineering, Pet Engineering College, Valliyoor. This video will answer these awesome questions. What is meant by sludge? Why it's required treatment process? And how can we extract something useful out of this waste? What is meant by sludge? According to Wastewater Engineering Treatment and Reuse by McCoff and Eddy, solids removed from wastewater during treatment process is called as sludge. In detail, sludge is a collective term for settleable solids that get separated after treating wastewater. This includes primary sludge from sedimentation of raw sewage and surplus activated sludge, which is also called as waste activated sludge, produced during biological process. It's something similar to trash which we got after filtering the tea. Before diving to the next question, consider this simple example. If I add those trash into a cup of milk, what will happen? It will become a tea, or otherwise it will pollute the originality of milk. Similarly, if we dispose sludge without any further treatment into environment, then it will pollute that environment too. That's why we need a treatment technique to solve this problem. Before proceeding to available techniques to treat the sludge, we need to know the composition of it. By knowing the composition of sludge, we can easily decompose it. But unfortunately, composition of sludge from a wastewater treatment plant is difficult to define. It's depend upon the type of wastewater and the kind of wastewater treatment system we adopted. For example, the sludge one we got from tannery industry is totally different from the one we got from the sugarcane industry. Even though we can find some of the similar characteristics across the sludge. Sludge consists mainly of water. In fact, only 1% of solids in a original sludge, which contains 70 to 80% of organic matter and 20 to 30% of inorganic matters. Normally, dry sludge consists of organic matters, that means one which disappear after ignition, inert material, that is ash content, organic microcontaminants, chlorine, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur and heavy metals. Sludge treatment generally consists of thickening, biological stabilization by anaerobic digestion and dewatering. In each process, water as well as contaminants were removed. Due to time limitation, I would like to concentrate on anaerobic digestion as well as how can we produce something useful out of this waste. Let's talk about sludge digestion. The thickened sludge from thickening process consists of 45 to 60% of organic matter as well as 25 to 55% of inorganic matters. Sludge digestion is considered as one of the useful techniques in sludge treatment because it improves dewatering capacity. Thus, a fresh sludge can absorb more amount of water and decrease the sludge volume, prevent odor and produce biogas. That is a very important thing. That's why we need to adopt anaerobic digestion. What is meant by anaerobic digestion? It contains two words. One is anaerobic, another one is digestion. We know the meaning of digestion, which we are already familiar with. Example, the food digestion in our stomach. Then anaerobic, it is a process occur without oxygen, which is opposite to aerobic process. Like biodegradable material like sludge, which is digested by microorganisms in the absence of oxygen, is called as anaerobic process. In detail, it is a biological process where microorganisms break down biodegradable materials in the absence of oxygen that produce a high energy mixture of gas that is called as biogas, which mainly consists of methane and carbon dioxide. You may be surprised by knowing where these techniques actually industrialized. It's none other than our nation India. In 1859, the world's first digestion plant built in Mumbai and further development especially in biogas took place in England. Let's have a look at its process. Anaerobic digestions involve these following stages, namely hydrolysis, fermentation, which include acidogenesis as well as actogenesis, and the third one is methanogenesis process. In the initial stage of hydrolysis, lipids converted into fatty acids, polysaccharides converted into monosaccharides, protein converted into amino acids, and finally nucleic acids converted into protein as well as pyramids. In the second stage, that is fermentation process, acidogenic bacteria, also known as acid formers, convert products from the previous process into a simple organic acid, carbon dioxide and hydrogen. The foremost acids produced in this process are acetic acid, formic acid, picotic acid and ethanol. Lower chain volatile fatty acids during this acidogenesis were utilized by a group of bacteria called acidogens to produce acetate. So this particular process considered as acidogenic process, which is a subdivision of fermentation process. And finally, in the third stage, it's called as a methanogenesis, which is a final stage of anaerobic digestion, and it also considered as an energy producing step, because in this step alone we will produce a methane, which can be utilized as a biogas. Here the microorganisms named methanogenics convert those previous products into the methane gas as well as the carbon dioxide. So finally we produce something useful out of this sludge by use of anaerobic digestion. If you notice the flow of this reaction, it starts from C6H10O5, which contains 6 carbon ions, which ended up with C, that is a methane, which contains only 1 carbon ion. There is a huge reduction of carbons from the initial stage to the final stage. There is a lot number of research were going on in this field to enhance its sludge treatment as well as the energy recovery out of the sludge. Normally wastewater treatment plant require a huge amount of energy to run the plant. There is an initiative taken by wastewater treatment plant in Germany in order to make it independent in meeting their energy. They are adopting several techniques to extract energy from during the wastewater treatment process. Without any doubt, biogas play a vital role on its model. I hope this video throws some light on sludge digestion as well as the biogas recovery from sludge. That's all about this video. Thank you for your patience and valuable time.